Hello everyone and welcome back to MissionChief.com. I'm Horny Devil, and it's been a little while since I've made a video, but I've been doing some research on the Coast Guard, some fire departments, and we do have some stuff for you today. So without further ado, this one's going to be a little boring, I guess, but it's here to optimize. So what I'm going to be doing today is going to be optimizing our U.S. Coast Guard stations. Now, with that being said, our Coast Guard stations are split into districts. So District 1 would be New York, Rhode Island, Vermont, Massachusetts, pretty much the whole Northeast. District 5 is Virginia, North Carolina, New Jersey, which is still kind of the Northeast, but still on the East Coast. Then we have District 7, District 8, District 9, and all the way down to, Alaska, Hawaii. So we have a few different districts we need to do. Now, since you guys see these states, specific states, are split into districts, I'm going to make PSAPs, which is the Public Service Answering Point, and these are going to be the command centers. Now, this is going to get kind of confusing at first, but if you guys follow along, you guys might be able to kind of figure out what I'm going to do here. So, District 1. District 1 is Rhode Island, New York, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. So their command staff, which would be like their main office building, the chain of command is in Boston, Massachusetts. District 5, which is in Portsmouth, Virginia. That is also another facility that we're going to be doing here. We're going to be building all these. So District 1, 5, 7, 8, 9, and then District 11, 13, 14, and 17. So hopefully this helped you guys a little bit in figuring out what we're going to be doing here. But let's get started on... Let's do District 17 first, and then we'll kind of just work our way up from there. So District 17, once we open this up, this should give us an address for the actual office here. Okay, I don't think it is, but we'll kind of skip around here. We'll go to District 14. And they should be giving us addresses in here. Here we go. 300 a la Mona Boulevard. Okay, let's type this in. This is the commander of the 14th Coast Guard District. So this is the 14th district, which is Honolulu, and we do have some District 14 stuff here. So we do have Station Apra Harbor, which is in Guam, and then we have 4 other Hawaiian Coast Guard stations that we don't have built yet, but we're going to build those maybe soon. So we have that address copied and pasted. Let's type it in here. And 300 Alamona, this is a huge federal building. As we can see here, you can see the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, U.S. Probation Patrol Court, the Hawaiian Federal Executive Board, District of Hawaii, the U.S. Marshal's Office, all sorts of different stuff here. And we, of course, have our U.S. Coast Guard. So this is our federal building here that we're going to be building. Kind of an ugly building. Honestly, it looks like this was an old World War II like anti-air facility. Like you would see like anti-air turrets right up here on these corners, these little posts. Without further ado, we're going to be building this building. I'm just kind of curious to see what this looks like on the ground level here. So this is the Prince Jonah Kuio something federal building and courthouse. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure in this building specifically where the office is, but we'll just place it on the building and kind of just go with that. Okay, so we're going to come over here. We're going to paste the address in here, and it did not find it, of course. Okay, so let's head over to Hawaii. We do have some significant lag here, which is, it's whatever. We're on Honolulu, and where roughly is this? So... right next to the terminal, so it's going to be right in... Is it right over here, or is it right... Here we go, Prince Quay Federal Building. Okay. Where did it go? Where is this building at? Here we go. So this is the courthouse, and... this is going to be the federal building. So what we're going to do is do dispatch center, and then we're going to drop our dispatch center right here. And this is going to be It's going to be UCG so I did kind of mess with this just a little bit. This is going to be this is a 14th district. It's going to be 14th district command, and we're going to build this for 0 credits. So now that we have the 14th district command, this is the 14th district. We'll do all of the 14th district here in Hawaii once that's built, and then we're going to come over here to Apra Harbor, and then we're going to go to edit, and we're going to assign this to a dispatch center. We're going to assign this to the U.S. Coast Guard 14th District Command, and there we go. So this is kind of showing you guys what I'm going to be doing here, but we have the 14th District Command done. Up next, we're going to go to well, we could do the 13th. I kind of do actually want to skip around here. I didn't think I would do this, but I'm going to do it. So we could do, up next, I think we're just going to do District 5, which is in Portsmouth, Virginia. I was going to go in order, but I changed my mind. We're going to do the Portsmouth Federal Building, Portsmouth, Virginia. So 431 Crawford Street. Type that in here. And then we're going to come over here and paste. So is this our federal building? Looks like it. Yep, you can see the U.S. Coast Guard tag here. Hey, look at that, U.S. Coast Guard. So this will be our 5th District Command. This is in Portsmouth, Virginia. And the Portsmouth, Virginia station, we have our Virginia, North Carolina, New Jersey, Maryland, District of Columbia, and Delaware. So we're going to type in the address in here, and hopefully it finds it for us. It did. Let's go. So this is our building right here. It was the USPS and the US Coast Guard. So we see USPS here, and then we have our larger building right here. So without further ado, we're going to make our 5th District Command. So we're going to go to Dispatch Center. And they're going to do UCG. 5th District Command, and we're going to build this for 0 credits. Okay, so with the 5th District Command being built, we're going to attach U.S. Coast Guard Station Portsmouth to it. We're going to attach a few different ones here. So Portsmouth, U.S. Coast Guard Air Station Elizabeth City, to the 5th District Command. And then we'll take all these stations. I'll probably do this off camera, so I'm going to take all these stations, these Coast Guard stations, and send them into the 5th District Command. And then once we get our area down here in the Gulf Coast, I do believe the facility is in New Orleans, I do believe. Actually, it could be in Florida, now that I'm thinking of it. But yeah, these Coast Guard stations that are on the Gulf Coast area will be sent to this District Command, and then anything else will be sent elsewhere. Then we have our Great Lakes region for our Coast Guard stations. They will be sent to, I think it was Cleveland, Ohio. The main command center is in Cleveland, so every single Coast Guard station in the Great Lakes region will be sent to Cleveland under their command. And then we do have our stations that are going through Oregon, Washington, and that's about it. And those are going to be sent to Coast Guard Station Seattle, and then we have one in Juneau, and then we have one in Alameda, California. So the Alameda place is like somewhere over here. Not exactly sure where it is, but it's somewhere in here. This is where the federal command structure is. Okay, with that being said, up next we're going to go to... I'm going to kind of skip around here. We're going to do District 9, because District 9 is actually one that I'm going to be building out here soon. So the 9th Coast Guard District. Okay, let's get the address here. 1240 East 9th Street in Cleveland, Ohio. What we're going to do is just type this in here and paste, and we're going to do the same thing up here. And did not find it. Okay, so we're going to go over to Cleveland. here's Cleveland. Okay. Now, where's our federal building? Is this it? Or is this it? I'm going to assume this is it, just based on this picture. Come on. There we go. Anthony J. Federal Building. Okay, so this is where our Coast Guard headquarters is. Very cool. What on earth is this? Is this a massive stamp? Does this just say free? That's weird. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be our federal building here. And this is a huge federal building. Massive. Yeah, let's get this built here. Now I just saved a new address in my search bar, so let's see if it'll find it for us here. Okay, so we have the Cleveland City Hall, and I think this is our building right here. This is 9th Street and Lakeside. Lakeside and 9th. Yes, this is going to be our building here. So we're going to go to Dispatch Center. We're going to drop our pin right over here. Actually, we'll plop it right here in the middle. This is going to be our 5th district. Sorry, 9th district, I'm sorry. It's going to be UCG. This is going to be 9th District Command in Cleveland. We're going to build for 0 credits. And then, like I said, any Coast Guard station that is built in the Great Lakes area, we're going to attach to this command center, which will be quite neat. Okay, anything else we're going to do here? We could do District 8. District 8 is, we can kind of see the picture here. Serves Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the Panhandle of Florida. So pretty much the whole Gulf Coast. We do not have any Coast Guard stations actually built for that Gulf area, so we might just build these ones a little bit later. But we do have Alameda, that is all of California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona. And then we have District 13, which is responsible for Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. So what I think we will do is build U.S. Coast Guard Station Alameda and that dispatch center. Let's click on District 11 and let's pull up the address here, if it's in here. Okay, District 11 Commander. Let's see if it'll pull up the address, if there's an address in here, which I don't know if there is. Yeah, I don't see it, so we'll just come back to that a little bit later. I'm really curious to see where Juneau's is. Yeah, let's do District 1 next, see if there's an address in here. Here we go, 408 Atlantic Avenue. And let's type this in here, go to paste and search, and let's do the same thing in Mission Chief and paste. This one I did do a little bit of research on, and it is this building right here. If you looked right here, you can see U.S. Coast Guard, something, 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 something. But this is going to be our base right here, or our dispatch center place. Captain John Foster Williams, Coast Guard Building. But this is the place we're going to build real quick here. So we're going to go to Build New Building. We're going to go to Dispatch Center, and we're going to just keep our pin right here. This is going to be UCG, and I believe this is the 1st District Command. Right? Yes, 1st Coast Guard District Command. Okay, there we go. So any units in the Boston area will be attached to this Coast Guard facility. Okay, that is the basics of what I was planning on doing with this Coast Guard. And I'm doing this for a specific reason where I can mitigate issues in my area as far as Coast Guard goes. And it's very complicated, so I'm not even going to really get into it. But if you guys really want an explanation video on why I'm building these, you guys can definitely let me know in the comments. But I think as far as Coast Guard buildings, we'll kind of leave it as that for now. I will be building more a little bit later. These are free to build, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I will be doing another video here shortly, and we'll be building actual Coast Guard bases, and we'll also be building some more units and different stuff like that. So without further ado, I will see you guys on the next one soon.